Okay, grade 2. Now that we finished answering page 6 to 10 in the mock exam, we'll be taking a very short lesson in the language arts book, and the lesson is called Note-Taking and Summarizing. Okay, so what's the meaning of note-taking? So when you read a paragraph or a story, you cannot remember the whole story. So what can we do? We can take notes, right? We can write some important details from the paragraph so you can remember later on. Okay? And summarizing means to write short sentences about the paragraph that you're reading. Okay? So again, when you read a paragraph for information, you can take notes. So while you're reading a paragraph, you write simple notes about the paragraphs, okay? The note will help you remember what is most important about the paragraph, okay? So why do we take notes while we read? It helps us remember important details or information about the paragraph, okay? Read this paragraph about trees, then read the notes one student wrote. Okay, so here we have a paragraph about trees, and then this is the notes that one of the students wrote while he or she was reading the paragraph. Okay, so it says here, trees. There are many types of trees. Each tree has its own kind of leaf. Sugar maple leaves have 5 large points. Elm leaves have zigzag edges. The leaves of the ginkgo tree are shaped like a fan. Okay, so this is a paragraph about trees, and it says that there are different types of trees, and he mentioned 3 types and what the leaves look like. So what did the student wrote? The student wrote many kinds of trees, different leaves, maple 5 points, elm zigzag edges, ginkgo like a fan. So as you see here, notes don't have to be in sentences. Doesn't have to be the sentences do not have to be complete. Okay, these are just simple words or simple details to remember important points from the paragraph. Okay, and it says here you can use your notes to write a summary that tells in a few sentences what the paragraph is about. So this is the paragraph and this is the notes, okay, that the student wrote. So when you write notes, you write simple words or important words from the paragraph, to the things that you want to remember or the important details. What will I do with the notes? I will use these points or details, and I will write it into a small summary. What is a summary? It's a smaller paragraph about the bigger paragraphs. Okay, so I will use these notes and I will make it into sentences about the paragraph. Okay, will it tell all the details? No, it will have less. I will write a summary is like a smaller paragraph of the main story or the main paragraph. Okay, so it says here, use the notes on page 94 to answer these questions. Okay, we will keep going back and forth to look at the notes to answer these questions. Number 1, what is the paragraph about? What is the paragraph about? On page 94. Okay, if we go here, you'll see that the paragraph has a title and it says trees. So the paragraph is about trees. Okay, number 2, what 3 different types of trees does the paragraph tell about? Okay, what are the 3 types of trees? You have maple, sugar maple, elm trees, and ginkgo. Okay, let me just write so you guys can remember. So the paragraph is about number 1, trees. Number 2, the 3 types we have sugar maple. We have elm trees, and we have ginkgo trees. Okay. Okay, next. Oh, sorry. Number 3. What is a sugar maple leaf look like? Okay. What is a sugar maple? How will we go? You can look at the notes. Say maple, 5 points. We can say has 5 points. Okay. From the notes, it says 5 points. We can write it has 5 points. Okay. What does number 4 say? What is an elm leaf like? Elm. Okay. We can go to our notes because it has less details. It says zigzag edges. The edge has zigzag. Okay. So we can say number 4, it has zigzag edges. Okay. So okay, what about number 5? What is a ginkgo leaf like? Okay, let's go to this, the notes. It says ginkgo like a fan. We can write the leaf or the ginkgo looks like a fan. It looks like a fan. Okay, how does note taking help you? Remember, we said that note taking, we just write important details. So it helps. Why do we write? It helps us remember important information. Okay, it helps you remember important details or information. Okay. Number 7. What should you look for when taking notes? So when I'm reading a paragraph and I want to take notes, what do I look for? Do I read when I'm reading the paragraph? What do I look for to write notes? Only the important information. I look for the information that is important. So the most important information. Okay, so I don't have to write everything. The paragraph has a lot of sentences. Is everything important? No. So when I take notes, I just look for the important information or the important details. Okay, number 8. What can you use your notes to write? Okay, so after I write the notes, like for example, after I wrote, the boy writes the notes. What is he going to use the notes for? He's going to use the notes to remember the important information and write a summary. A summary is like a small paragraph about the big story or the big paragraph. Okay, he's going to use it to write a summary. Number 9. Is a summary long or short? Okay, a summary is shorter than the paragraph. So a summary is a short version or a short paragraph. Okay, so if this paragraph is 5 sentences, the summary should be like 2 sentences. Okay, are the notes or the summary written in complete sentences? Are the notes or the summary written in complete sentences? Which one is written in sentences, the notes or the summary? Of course, the summary, because if you go here, you'll see that the notes are not in complete sentences. They're just details, okay? They are not in complete sentences. So when you use these notes, you will make it into a summary using complete sentences. So the summary is the one with complete sentences. Okay, and that was our lesson for today. Note taking and summary. See you guys.